Household Podcast. My name is Erica and this is Brandy.
Hey, what's up, guys?
If you guys are joining us for the first time, our podcast is focused on providing underserved and underprivileged communities, particularly communities of color, with the information and tools to improve their dental health care experience.
Yes,
All
indeed.
right. So this episode is going to be about veneer techs, right? This is a
Yeah.
new and upcoming thing um, that you'll see it on social media because everybody wants to get veneers and everything like that. But technically, these people are not real. They're not real techs because they're doing it like basically illegally, right?
Yes. So I had heard about this kind of thing, but my sister, Yolanda, she's the one who told me about it. And I was like, well, let me look. So look, I'm just looking. I don't know. I haven't heard of it, but I figure I try to address the things that I do know. So Erica is right. Like, they call themselves veneer technicians. And I pulled up this article on Forbes that I was looking at about them that I sent to Erica. And it's basically they go through this like training course, like 2 day training course that they spend like $2,000 to $3,000 for. And they go ahead and do whatever it is they do at this 2 day course. And then they call themselves veneer techs. They get themselves a little certificate or whatever. And they start putting veneers on people's teeth. But it's crazy. So I don't know anything about the course or what it covers. All I know is that it don't matter what it covers. It's not enough to do veneers on somebody's teeth when you know nothing about teeth. You just like, oh, I'm gonna get this. So I can make some money doing it. Like,
This is crazy to me though. Like
mhm.
who first of all, how I mean, I just don't understand like why first of all, who is making this okay that you can do this program and be like, oh, now you can do. Now we haven't touched on veneers yet, so I can't even actually. I mean, we're not
No.
going to
So that
delve.
will be
We're not
another
going.
episode, right,
I
Erica?
know, but I definitely have seen things, and I'm like, doesn't this include like shaving down teeth and things like that? Like, I'm just so confused. Like, you're just going to take a 2 day course,
Mm.
and who's got the authority to be giving these courses? Like, how are you able to do this? Like, I see this, like that's something that makes sense. And like, how do people know who's really a person who knows what they're doing, who don't? I mean, not I'm just saying that like not for you to answer because I know you don't know everything about it either, but I just find this to be crazy.
Look, I can only deduce what's going on, and that is because I've been practicing in the dental field for 20 years and I've never heard of such asinine things. Like, this is crazy. I mean, I've heard of people, doing dentistry out the garages who are like dental assistants, and you think you're an assistant and you've seen something done so many times, and you take the equipment from your job to your garage and you're doing stuff on people. That happens. That has happened. Those people have been, thrown in jail for,
Mm.
malpractice, and you can't even be have malpractice if you're not even supposed to be practicing. But they are prosecuted as assault and battery on these people because they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah,
So
because
this
I'm
is
yeah, that's crazy. Like they have a little thing in here about this woman in Las Vegas. She ran this illegal company. It was called the Veneer Experts and was charged with felony counts of illegal practice of dentistry earlier this year after a patient's teeth fell out and the patient filed a complaint with the state. Teeth
so
fell out.
that's really crazy. So you so concerned about looking a certain way, but not really concerned about the credentials of the person doing it. And who's ever heard of a veneer technique? Like, seriously, like, who's ever heard of that? You just want to get something. This is similar to the people who get those like injections of
You took
silicone. Remember
you
back
took
in the day, they was getting those.
You took that right out of my head because that was exactly what I was
Uh,
just about to say. You took it right out of my mouth, in my
that's
head,
exactly
because I
right.
was
This
thinking about that. And they got, yes, criminal charges. You cannot just be doing these things to make a quick buck and not have to pay the repercussions of your actions and what you
that's
do to people. Like, you think it's
right.
like a 52 fake out. Like, come on now.
Yeah.
Like,
You have
nah.
to have some not first of all, you have to be a dentist. Let's not say you have to have knowledge of dentistry. You have to be a dentist. So there's that. I'm like, how you, and I'm thinking about myself years ago, like coming into the field and not knowing stuff about teeth, not knowing teeth numbers or positions or why this one looks this way, why they're shaped a certain way, what each tooth does, how they function. And if you're removing tooth structure, how that's never going to come back, you're never going to be able to grow it back. That's it, that's done. So you're going to have this tooth structure removed by somebody who has zero clues as to how deep they can remove it, the layers of the teeth, because there's different layers to the teeth. So you're moving enamel. Are you in the dentin, which is a soft layer? Once you're in that layer, it's crazy. So what is happening here? Like, how do you do?
Girl, this is like listen up, people. I know vanity is a thing, but vanity can cost
Oh, it
you in many
is.
ways. It can cost you in many ways, and you have to be careful because if you just sit out here, and that's the problem, and they see people, people are so. I understand you go through things in life, like you just like, oh, this will be better for me if I look a certain way, if I, I can do this, I can do that, I'll get this in life, a better relationship or whatever, but it's going to cost you 10 times more. Like to have your teeth fall out, no.
Right. I mean, nothing's worth that
If
in
you
my
can't afford it, then it's just not the time for you to do it. Just like,
opinion.
no, it's not.
Yeah, get it done
Don't do that
properly.
to yourself.
Or save for it or whatever you got to do. But have it done by somebody who knows what they're doing. Because a
Yeah.
lot of times, like you say, Erica, if you can't afford it, these patients who are seeking out these types of technicians, I use the term loosely, okay, beyond loosely, is because their options are cheaper. I mean, for something that's going to cost you $2,000, they're charging like $800 to do it.
Yeah.
It's a big, difference in the cost, but who cares? I mean, who cares? 'Cause it's not going
And
to be done.
they're not using the proper products either. Nail supplies like
So
acrylic for the procedures, or some
exactly.
I'm buying kits off of Amazon and Tim.
Yeah, that's not
Like you
unacceptable.
need to have that national provider identifier number. That's what a licensed, well,
NPI
a
number. Yep.
licensed dentist has this number. You just can't be
Right.
going out buying stuff. Like
Right.
it's
Right.
just it's
Because you
scary.
can't purchase dental products without having an NPI number. So you have to, and without being having a license number. So you could be like a licensed dental office,
Mm-hmm.
um, or provider, but you can only order. So for instance, when you go to the dentist and have your teeth cleaned, we polish your teeth. The Profi paste that we polish your teeth with, you can't buy it anywhere. You can't buy it in the store. People always ask, "Oh, what's that toothpaste?" It's not really toothpaste; it's a polishing paste. You can only buy it from a dental supplier because if you use that on a daily basis, it's too rough. So you can destroy the enamel on the tooth over time because it has grit to it. So I'm bringing this up because something as simple as that, which is just a polishing paste, you can't go out in the store and buy. You have to get it from a dental supplier. Hence, you have to have an NPI number and a license. Otherwise, like Erica said from the article, you're gonna be these people are gonna be buying stuff from Temu and whoever else, Amazon, that are subpar materials and not even used in dentistry. These materials, so and
Mm.
they're not using proper procedures. You think they're using proper procedures for sterilizing equipment and the things that are regulated by OSHA and by, the dentistry in general? Do you think they're doing that? Like with it's
Mm.
important. Like
The
it's
WHO, isn't it?
really
Do they do that too? The WHO, the World Health Organization. No,
It's really OSHA that they
OSHA.
deal
Okay,
with. But yeah, I mean, yeah, because there's certain standards that you have
so
to
crazy.
abide by.
FDA or the F.
So people come
It's
in and they
crazy.
check the equipment. They check to see if sterilization
Mm.
is working correctly because we have to do spore tests on them every week to make sure they're killing all the spores when we sterilize instruments. You have to do things a certain way. They have to be bagged a certain way. They have to be dried a certain way. You can't just be using some instruments that you throw in the ultraviolet light like they do. You know how they do at the nail salon, Erica? They just take those
Mm-hmm.
tools and throw them in
Yeah.
the like, I don't know
Mm-mm.
if they still do that. The place I go, they use disposable ones now, like different things.
I
But
don't.
back in
I
the
don't know
day,
if they still did, but back in the day, yeah, like just different. Like, nah, I want
throw
to
them
see
things
everything coming out of plastic.
in
No,
there. Yeah.
rip it
So
open. I want to see everything you got on that table coming out in plastic.
Yes. And it's unfortunate. It's a money grab for the so-called technician, and it's somebody just being cheap who just wants to get something done and think it's gonna be
And you're
cute.
gonna end up in jail.
And exactly, and it's not. And
So,
you're gonna be sad. These people, um, losing their teeth. Like,
mhm.
is it
It's
worth
terrible.
it? Is it worth that?
It's not worth
Uh,
it. It's not
In
worth it.
my
So
opinion.
you guys just don't do it. That's it. Just say
Don't
no.
do it.
Like back in the
But
good old days.
anyway, yeah. So what we will do, sometime in the very near future, is do veneer. So that's the restorative care series. That might be the end of our restorative care series. And we done
I
went through
think
all
so.
this stuff, and Erica been talking about veneers from the door since we started.
That was like number one because everybody's on veneers. And she was
I was
like,
like,
no,
no,
we're gonna
let's
do this first.
wait.
We're
Let's
gonna do
do
this
this.
first. And I was like,
That.
well, dang, girl. Yes, I think I've been talking about it for like 2 months. Can we get? I was like, well, we gonna do veneers.
She's been talking about it every time. So every time we go over the episode, she'd be like, "Oh, so veneers next." I'm like, no, not yet, but we will be getting to it.
Finally,
So now
y'all.
that we're
We
talking
didn't even
about
get
this,
to veneers this time. We did
we didn't,
veneer
because I want
talk.
to get the dentures out the way. So yeah, so we will. So we will do that. We're going to have some other things coming up. We're going to have some guests. I'm trying to get my coworker now, very good friend Tremaine in here. Tremaine, when you come on here, she works at the front desk, and I just want her to talk to us about some of the things that she needs for y'all not to do when you come up to the front
I'm
desk.
sure she's seen it all.
This
She's
is
seen it
and the
all.
things
Like,
that we need
okay.
you to do. So I'm trying to get her on here soon. That should be coming up. And we're just trying to keep it spicy, keep it current, keep
Are we
it
gonna
real.
are we gonna cover any type of well, you know what? Let's not. I don't want to speak
Yes,
on
we are.
it. You know what I'm thinking, right? Like,
Yes. So we'll be covering some taboo subjects as well. We'll use the word taboo, because I'm always getting questions about
tonguelitis. Is that
sex and dentistry and your oral health care. I stay getting questions about that
yeah,
from patients. So yeah, we're gonna cover that too. So it'll be some things coming up for you guys, but
okay.
I just wanted to kind of hit that veneer technician thing because I know it's big right now. So
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thanks again for joining us. We hope that you got enough information. And if you didn't get everything that you needed, please send us a message on our website, toothbetoldpodcast.com. All the
yes.
links, all the socials are there. And
Mhm.
we'll see you next time.
Yes, we will. You guys take care.
All right. Bye bye.
Bye.